Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe, and welcome to my review of Insecure Season 2. Now, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of first-time watchers. Welcome. Yes, I do wear glasses, not prescription, but because of the bright lights, I wear glasses so that I won't go blind. Thank you. I do have other ones. I may switch them out from time to time, but just get used to the fact that you will see me in glasses. And I love this show. I was one of those people who I honestly didn't watch it when it was initially airing. I heard about it. People were like, you gotta watch, you gotta watch, you gotta watch. I was like, okay, eventually. Because I watch so much TV. I mainly do TV reviews on my YouTube channel. So I watch so much TV. I was like, oh, one more thing. Like, oh, I don't really, oh, okay. So on the off season, after the season was done, I was looking. And I said, wait a minute, what is this? What? She's not. He said, no, why did you? And I was hooked. I just binged episodes one through all of them. All of them. It was amazing. It was hilarious. Somehow it was relatable. And I said, why didn't I watch this when it first came on? But I made sure for season 2 to be ready. So I was. So here we are. This show, Insecure, is essentially centered around Issa D, aka Issa Rae. Shout out to Issa Rae. Shout out to her glow up. All that hard work from her YouTube platform, or the blogs to now on HBO. If that's not a glow up, I don't know what I don't know what it is. But anyway, Insecure is essentially centered around this black woman who she really is just your everyday Joe Smo as far as personalities. She works at an all-white, or essentially a very vanilla-esque office setting, and she's trying to do good work, do deeds, but her personal life, it's not trash, but it's borderline tragic. She had this boyfriend, Lawrence, who was a good guy, but he was kind of a slouch because of the fact that his career wasn't going the way that he wanted to. So he stopped and focused on what he really wanted to do, but then that didn't pan out. So while that happened, he became just like a slug. Issa had a wandering eye. This guy from her past, Daniel, came around and she slept with him. Lawrence eventually found out. Then he slept with the girl who was sweating him for forever, Tasha. And now we get to season 2. Molly, her love life's tragic. Kelly is hilarious in the hoot. Tiffany is bougie as all hell. I think you're pretty much caught up. So now let's start with the review for season 2. It starts off with Issa. Poor Issa. She's going on this date. It looks like Lawrence. I said this must be a dream sequence, because that's the thing with this show. They do a lot of dream sequences, and the way how they do it is so effortless and great that you, for a moment, you're like, wait a minute. Because you know, some shows you're like, oh, okay, this isn't real. You're like, did they? Because it's set 3 months after the events occurred. And she was having a dream. She was daydreaming. Essentially, Lawrence was forgiving her. We know that wasn't the reality. I said, oh, no, this must be a dream. As soon as I heard that, nope, this is a dream. So she's going on a million one dates. None of them are panning out because these guys, one's a little too rough around the edges. One's kind of vanilla. One kind of seems to be like a sweet spot, but she just doesn't have eyes for anyone else except for Lawrence. So she's just finding something with all of them, and she's so zoned out. They're all like, are you okay? Hello? Are you okay? Are you good? Ma, you good? Now, Molly, even though she was ready to rip off Issa's head during season 1 about how dare you try and go and say that me with your messed up love life, you tell me to get therapy? Yeah, now Molly's in therapy. Molly's not only in therapy, she's only talking to the therapist about her work. If it's not about work, she's not doing the whole love life. She's not doing that. It's like, maybe later. The therapist even joked around and said, maybe you can go and ask me some things so I can show you how it's done. That part she didn't say. She only said the first part, but that's essentially what she was saying. Molly's on this walk with Issa, and she's like, you know what, Issa, the therapy thing, I don't know if I'm here for it, but I'm going to continue for now. And at least she's black, because the last two, one I had to explain to him, you know, some black terminology, and that was just done. The other one, I said, use the M-word, and he was ready to bug out. I said, excuse me, no, this can't, no, this cannot. I cannot, I cannot, I cannot. Issa, life's going for her. And she's trying to deflect by focusing on Molly. Molly, again, even though Molly had her hoe phase, and her hoe phases as an in and out, yes. She's trying to go the opposite approach. She's not trying to look at any dude. She's trying to do her. Shout out to everyone because everyone looks like they're getting that season 2 money. I mean, that season 1 was such a success that you come to season 2 with some extra production values. I noticed the lighting values upped. I see what they're doing with the contrast because most of the cast is black, or at least has somewhat of a darker skin. So because of that, you have to have that special lighting, conveys different things, the colors. I see what you're doing. I see it. I like it. Lawrence is still sleeping with Tasha, and I'm happy about that. Why? Because I think it would have been trash for him just to sleep with her once, and then what? Oh, if he was just sleeping around with every other one, no, I would have been like, nah, dude, you need to cut it. But with Tasha, okay, because Tasha really likes him. Well, I know that he's not really feeling her. Tasha's trying to see, so what's going on with you? Find a place to stay and all of that. It's just like, yeah, no, I gotta go. She said, can I see you any other time aside from Thursday? No, Friday just works better for me. I'm thinking, Tasha, I know Sis's album didn't come out at that time. That must have been it because the fact that you really didn't catch that you're the weekend girl. You're the weekend girl! How'd you not figure that out? Come on now. So Lawrence goes over to the friend that he actually can stay with's house, and he's trying to blow up this air mattress. His friend's trying to watch TV. He's trying to watch that show with Regina Hall in it, where it was with the whole slavery thing. Not slavery thing, with the plantation thing. It was a mess. It was during a funny scene, but I was like, you can't read. No, you know you're not allowed to read. The friend's like, why can't you let the girl read? But your friend was also irked at this. So when you find a place, oh, I haven't found one yet. No, that's code for you need to get out of my house. You're still with Tasha, right? Why can't you go with her? Oh, because she's just the weekend hoe. She's just the one that you go and smash from Thursday. You dip in on Friday. You dip out on Sunday. Right around the corner of Monday. So that she understands, you understand. But she doesn't. See, she's doing right by you, and you're just going to be grimy. That's what he is. That is what he is right now. He's just doing him. The only part that I'm upset with is Tasha really doesn't realize what's going on right now. Issa's at home. She's missing her man. I'm thinking, yeah, well, you should have missed that D name as in Daniel. You should have missed Daniel when he came your way. You should be like, nope, 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 nope. Have something at home. Have something at home. Nope, nope, nope. But you didn't. And then she's at work. She's dealing with high schoolers now. And you know, them high schoolers had that look of, you want us to go and do what? Do some tutoring stuff after school? You what? No! They just had that look of, no, that's not going to happen. The teacher looked distracted. Why? Because she's an art teacher teaching algebra. So she's learning the stuff. I said shout out to her for even figuring out how to learn that stuff. She's trying to learn algebra to teach this class, and it's really sad. It's really sad. And then you see Kitty and Sarah. You know, Kitty's the white one with the short hair. Sarah she's something. I don't know what she is. I don't know what she's mixed with. I don't know what predominantly she is, whatever. But they're kind of like we're used to things just being so easy. And these guys, they're making us work for our paycheck. It's just so infuriating. We want to go. We want to go. I think we're going to go and ditch. He's just like, no, why don't you go and do something different, like stick it out for a moment. Now, Molly, while she's at work, there's this new intern there. And the new intern gives her mail. But it wasn't her mail. It was Travis's mail. It's one of her coworkers. And she knows this because she was like, wait a minute. Ooh, over 6 figures. She thought she got a bonus. And then she realized it was Travis's mail. I smile not only dissipated, she had the look of, oh, I'm about to slap her as someone. Issa, she goes to the mailbox, sees that Lawrence has jury duty, so he has to get that mail. But she does a little cash back dance like, oh, you have to get your mail. And then she devises a plan to go and get everyone to her house. So she's, of course, inviting Molly. He's like, why don't you come to my house, get some cheap wine, bring a +1, and we'll have a good time. When you do that, it'll just be chill. The girls can go and drink and say their troubles of what's going on. Molly's down for it, but Molly doesn't realize what Issa's really doing. He's just trying to get everyone over there because remember, Molly gave her the advice of the best way to convince someone that you're over them is to either get someone new or show how much better you're doing without them. And that's what Issa's trying to do. Back at work, things are going so well. Everyone's saying, excuse me, it's just amazing how we're doing excellent here, we're doing excellent there. So how about that high school? It's kind of trash. The kids don't want to listen. The teachers are overworked and just understaffed. Oh, okay, and the kids still don't need your help? No. Joanne, who is the boss, says, we're cutting this. This is done because it's funding. It's based on funding, and they can't keep up with it. Issa goes and lobbies for it and says, no. I want to continue with this. And so Joanne, because remember, that's what Joanne wants. She wants someone who is driven and focused and all that, and that's what Issa is trying to give to her right now. So she says, I'll give you another shot. But if it doesn't start to pan out soon, we have to pull our resources, as in you and Sarah, Kitty, who are trash, and Frida somewhere else. At Molly's work meeting, this is where things take a turn. There's this guy going and talk about how, oh yeah, so damn, the car in Chicago is crazy. Do you think it's so bad because it's cold? Because of the winter? Because of the winter? Are you stupid or are you dumb? Because of the winter, the crime increases because it's just so cold. Because people are just outside, out and about doing that. That's... oh, Jesus. So then, Idiot 1 disappears. That Molly goes over to Travis. They look over to their right and notice Molly's previous boss, the female boss, who's now going to Chicago. Travis says she must be going because of performance. That's where they go for the people who they weren't doing well, or weren't doing this, or weren't doing that. She's gonna have a lot of work piled up on her without little recognition, or something of the sorts. And Molly, because remember, this is the guy who's getting paid a whole lot to do the bare minimum, looks at him like, well, maybe as a woman, she knows that she can't, because she was like, oh, well, if she had a problem with the work that she was doing, then why didn't she say something? Oh, as a woman, there's this thing called a double standard and male privilege. So she could have been screaming her lungs out, and this room full of men looking at her, not paying attention at all. So then that was kind of Molly's way of saying, there's so many injustices. I mean, you're male and you're white, so it's bad enough you're a man, you most likely would make more money than me anyway. But you're also white and you're doing the bare minimum where I'm busting my butt and not getting the recognition. Okay, something has to change. Either I have to leave or I need to get the recognition I deserve. And we know Molly isn't a quitter. Issa, she's in the mirror trying to figure out what outfit she's gonna wow Lawrence with. And she spends a good 2 minutes putting on outfits. And I thought that was cute because I'm sure a lot of women have done that in the past for a potential significant other or someone they're trying to court, trying to keep. You never know. Now people are at her house. Kelly is there acting a plumb fool. She's already drunk. She's already a little litty. Tiffany with her little stank face going like, oh, that alcohol? That's not the move. That's not the move. Here comes Issa's brother. Who? He loves Tiffany. It's like, oh, Tiffany. Like, she got it. And then looked over to Kelly like, oh, look at you wear that coat. Oh, why would you do that? Oh, God, why would you do that? Lawrence feels, I guess he feels bad or trying to prove to himself that he's not just using Tasha. So he takes her out. He takes her out to eat because remember they don't go anywhere. They don't do anything. So Tasha was even starting to feel like the side chick. And hasn't found a place yet. She's trying to figure out why, what's going on. He's like, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. And I felt like what he was essentially kind of saying without saying was he was relating moving to also moving on in a relationship. And he was trying to move on from Issa, but it's hard and it takes a lot of work and it's nothing that just happens overnight. So now the ladies are just around chit-chatting. Molly already spoke her piece about the messes going on at her work. Issa's so out of it she wasn't paying attention. Side note, did you guys notice when Issa curved Molly's +1? Like, oh hey, no. I was like, oh hey, how are you? I said, who knows? Why is Kelly over there saying, you know, for the white people's tax returns, I skim a little bit off of the top. I skim a little bit off of the top. I do. I mean, it's my version of reparations. Oh God, Kelly's the best. Every group has a Kelly. Every group. I mean, every official group. And so then Issa goes outside because she's over it. Lawrence isn't there. And that's when she finally lets Molly know that Lawrence was supposed to come. And she's like, oh, you really did all this? Because, look, he was supposed to come. It was like, aren't you supposed to be getting over him? How are you supposed to be getting over my dude? How is supposed to be the one when he Issa loves Lawrence. She confessed it. And it's official. And now she's going through the motions because she's trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get this one. Ow, 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 ow. Get this one back. Ow, ow. And yet, while they're having that conversation, Kelly comes outside drunk. She's like, oh yeah, I'm drunk. Good time, good times. And then really, my hair is this stuck? Hold on, y'all. This is ridiculous. My hair got this stuck. Oh my God. On my first Insecure review. This is just perfect. You know what? Screw it. Ow. Ow. And what ends up happening is there's these guys outside. They clearly look like Bloods. And Kelly invites them up. And it's just like, you know what? I can feed you or something like that. Some slick comment. They come up and Tiffany looks at them like, so do you have herbs? I said, excuse me? Do you mean marijuana? Do you mean weed? Do you mean kush? Do you mean herbs? Who says herbs? A mess. You know, screw this. Oh, ow, that hurt. Ow. So then the party gets really started. They start dancing. They take over the music. Issa's looking at them like, are you kidding me? I can't believe that dumb thing pulled out my hair. Damn. It's like, are you kidding me? And like I said, it wasn't crip walking, again, because they're Bloods, just like what Ashley said, but it was something. Next thing we know, we run into this whole issue. Things take a turn for the worse, because while all that's going on, a neighbor comes up and says, excuse me, I have kids trying to sleep downstairs. The guy looked over and said, I got kids too, B. Go downstairs before something happens. I said, uh-oh, you better go. You better go. While that's all going on, the party's getting out of hand, and everyone's starting to realize it. There's a fire. There's a fire in the kitchen. And so everyone, and when I say everyone, I mean even Issa's friends, with the exception of her brother and Molly. Those are the true rivals. Issa, always remember that. Tiffany and Kelly are the ones that are close friends with each other. They just tolerate / like you and Molly. Always remember that. So then they put out the fire, and that's when Issa just accepts the fact that, you know, this was a bust. This was a bad idea. Then at work, things aren't going any better because she's trying to get this whole thing going with the high school kids and tutoring them. What ends up happening, these two kids pretend like they want assistance, and they have their friends go and steal the snacks. All of the snacks. I wasn't mad at them because it was a good plan. But now he's just really frustrated because it's like, oh my God, I really want to help these kids, but they don't even want to help themselves. What am I supposed to do? She's at home. She's just in her underwear and a t-shirt. Nothing else. Ding dong. Who is it? Of course it's Lawrence. Of course it's Lawrence. Now she's trying to fix herself up. She opens up the door. He says he wants his mail. She gives him the mail. He says he has something in the bathroom. He goes in, comes back out, and then he's about to leave. He closes the door, drops the bag, and then kind of like pushes her on the couch, and they have sex for about 30 seconds to a minute. I said, what type of... And you trying to... And he really got... In what world is that fast? Dude! I guess it was really pent up. Once they're done, he gets up, kisses her on the forehead, and leaves. Issa has this look of... Well, actually, because he went and, cleaned himself off. I'm like, oh my God, this is this is a mess. So then Issa, she goes, closes the door, sits down on the couch, has that look of, dang. And then that look of, aha, still got it. So that was it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Or come back next week. Won't have the same shenanigans. Can't believe